Here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who's on the show with us for today. All right, well, this is Wayne. Scott's with us. Been hot. Rod Zawacky. Tony Brown making his debut here on the drive-thru. Kosty, Mike Safir, and Alex Smart. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Smart, Brown, Safir, Scott, Zawacky, then I will close this one out. All right, all baseball on the board today. Got some games in action, but the 15 still on the primetime card as we have game one of the White Sox Royals in action. Yankees get the victory in game one, but these two teams still have to play again in doubleheader games. So we've got a big card here for Major League Baseball. So let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Alex in right now. Let's ready to roll with Alex. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, Tone, we're going to go with some baseball again tonight. And, we got a game here with the Toronto Blue Jays and the Texas Rangers, and there's playoff implications attached to this game. And in games like that, usually, I know the Rangers are a dangerous, explosive offensive team, while the Blue Jays have the batters, but have not done all that well at home, averaging just 4.3 runs at home this season. So, but what I pay attention to is we got a really pretty good line here, considering we have a future Hall of Famer on the hill with Max Scherzer for Texas. He's 12-6. With a 3.91 ERA and 1.13 WHIP, but those numbers are a little bit tainted here because he just got smashed around by Houston lately, and we know what Houston's been doing over the last month or so. And Scherzer has had a good history, or has had a good history versus the Jays. A 2.48 ERA and a 1.09 WHIP and 11 career starts against the Jays. So from a historical standpoint, he should do pretty well again tonight, considering he's a top-tier pitcher. I'm not really worried about him. And once again, like I said, there are playoff implications here. And, just a quick note here, there was 8 or fewer total runs scored in 8 of those 11 outings that Scherzer recorded that 2.48 ERA. On the flip side, with the Blue Jays, we've got Thru. I mean, top-quality pitcher. I know he's coming off Tommy John surgery, but, he's really looked good in the 7 starts since coming back. 2.65 ERA, 106 WHIP. This guy, he's going against an explosive lineup, but, he's a savvy pitcher, and I really can see him doing well. And like with an 8 and even an 8.5, if you can find one somewhere, we're really rocking and rolling here, and we've got an edge on the under.
All right.
A quick. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to throw in a quick couple of trends here that are interesting too. And I know the Blue Jays bullpen has not performed all that well lately, but it seems for whatever reason it is, and they seem to come up big after a period of time where they've really fallen apart. Now, the bullpen ERA, when it was 6.50 or worse this season, are 8-0 under during a 5-game span. When that ERA was 6.50 or worse over a 5-game span, they've gone under 8 straight times with a 6-run per game average score going on the board. Also, just a quick number here too on this one. The Blue Jays got blasted last time out, gave up a lot of runs against who was it? Who did they play last time? Who did they play yesterday?
Houston.
Was it Texas?
Oh, Texas. Houston. Texas. Yeah, Houston was the one the Scherzer got hit by, but yesterday they played each other, Texas and Blue Jays.
Right. So they lost by 6 or more runs, or gave up 6 or more runs in a loss. And if I can spit this out, they're 16-3 under after a game like that, with an average of 6.2 runs per game going on the board. So, just from just a short historical trends perspective, we're looking at an under.
All right, we got Alex here. Blue Jays Rangers under 8. That's been sure the sharp move. We show the sharpest book in the world here with our live odds here on the game here. The Rangers short favorites here. Yeah, Ryu, interesting because I followed his career here in L.A. Of course, he has been hit hard with injuries of late. Several injuries, lower body. Now we're getting into the shoulder area now, the latest one. But the thing with Ryu, though, it's been 5 innings and out for him.
Right. Yeah. I don't look at him going. I think that's why this ERA concept with the bullpen is important here. That's why I looked at it, because I know the Blue Jays bullpens looked a little bit sluggish and tired of late. But, a lot of bullpens have been tired. And when you go up against a team like some explosive teams like they have gone against, I'm not surprised. So tonight, we'll just look at an under, and I feel pretty confident with this selection.
All right, Alex says the Blue Jays, Rangers under 8. You're going to need a lot of help here from Scherzer to give you at least 7. Get into the 8th inning. It's late. Get mid-September. You need to start like this from Scherzer here because the Rangers, again, that pen here. It was a problem to start the season. They kind of fixed it after the All-Star break, but it resurged here of late.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. You know what actually shocks me? Looking at Toronto and their lack of production from that lineup just makes me absolutely just wonder what the heck's going on too. But let's cross our fingers. Always cross my fingers. Always hope for the best. And I'm not into hopemism, but I am into looking for edges. And I think we have a little bit of an edge tonight.
It's there here. Blue Jays, Rangers under 8. This one to have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Alex, off to a good start in college football. Big card, Major League Baseball. 15-game card for Major League Baseball. NFL, college football back on Thursday. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, just a quick note. I was kind of shocked on Thursday night's action. It was not a great night to start my season off, but then I pulled it all off on the weekend and hit 60% of my selections. And moving forward, I'm looking forward to a big NFL season this year. Also, up in the college football, had a nice run there for a while. Disappointing weekend, but hey, you know what? This is not uncommon for me. Week 2, week 3, usually I explode after week 4, and let's knock on wood. Hope historically I continue on those trends. This week we're going to obviously have more college football, more NFL, and Major League Baseball as the playoffs approach, and lots of action for everybody. Best way to get on board is to get a 1-month package or a 7-week package, a day package, and just let's rock and roll and let's make some money. And looking forward to making money for everybody who joins me.
That's right, guys. Get over with Alex Smart over at Pick.com. Off to a good college football start. Best value right now is the long-term passes. That 7-day pass with all these sports overlap, and you'll cover the entire Week 2 NFL card because here on a Tuesday, it covers the Monday night game as well, all the Sunday NFL, as well as all the college football coming your way. I have a big card here. I think there's over 50 games here at FBS versus FBS competition. All the baseball in the stretch run here as we're winding down about the 3 weeks remaining here in the regular season. So a good time to get that 7-day pass. Pick is a promo code and save that 15% off. All right, Alex, it's always great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Okay, see you on Thursday, Tom. Take care, guys. Bye.
You as well. Alex Smart here on the drive too. Let's continue on with the show. Off to Las Vegas, Nevada. Time to welcome in Tony Brown. Told us like the Raiders. The Raiders came through in flying colors there, got the win, got the defense. And Tony, what you have to like is the fact that Garofalo led the team to the game-winning touchdown in the fourth quarter. That was earned.
Right. Everybody was more focused on us only scoring 17 points or whatever, but that's sometimes how you have to get it done. Every game's not going to be a blowout. Our defense played phenomenal. It was the first week for our offense. We got a brand new quarterback, so it took him a little while to get it together. But when it counted, he got it done, and that's the exact reason why we got rid of Derek Carr.
There you go. So under pressure when you needed to win, there he goes. And, of course, Garoppolo has been a very good underdog quarterback. So when you're getting plus, you got to like him. And we're getting a lot of plus. We're getting a lot of plus next weekend, Tony.
Right, and next weekend is going to show our real self. Like, I don't want to toot our own horn. We won that game more or less just because Denver's no good. We would have had to do a lot to lose that game. But when we beat Buffalo next week, that's going to show the type of team we are. And we're really serious because Buffalo's a good team despite them losing in their Week 1 matchup. Yeah,
Buffalo coming back home with a short week, but in the same state. So we'll see how that one rolls. All right, Tony Brown, we're going Major League Baseball here. In about, looks like about 25 minutes, we have Reds and Tigers going head-to-head. Reds road favorites here, total of 9.
Yeah, I was going to make this one a premium. I like it so much, but it's so simple. I just said I'll give it out to you guys free. We didn't do too much stuff on this one. We didn't, have to get in the lab too hard. This is kind of keep it simple, stupid. If you can't score, you can't win, and the Tigers are direct proof. They're the second worst scoring team per game in the whole MLB. Only the Oakland Athletics score less than them per game, and Oakland is in last place. So it's just those two things go hand in hand. You can't win the game if you can't score, and the Tigers literally are the second worst scoring team in baseball. So that means we're going to have a one-sided game with the Reds going to have to carry all the scoring, and even if they score a lot, 10 runs to beat us, that's going to be a chore. So I'm taking the under in this one. 9 gets you right at the push. They literally need 10 runs to beat us tonight, and I don't think it's going to happen.
All right, Tony Brown says go Reds, Tigers, under 9. Yeah, the Tigers have had their issues this season getting runs across the board, usually in the mid to 3s to 4s around there. And of course, I think we see the line here at 9 because of, oh boy, Joey Wentz back back in the lineup here for Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like but the thing is, are they going to be able to take advantage of how bad he is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, are the Reds going to be able to take advantage of that? I don't think so. Like, they're not. When these teams get together, they've gone 6 times to the under in the last 8 meetings. So they've only seen the over go over twice. And even more impressive than that, it must be something about the metrics at this field. 7 of the last 8 have gone under on this field that they're playing on. So. Again, game's not played on paper or anything, but some of the stats are just hard to be ignored, so we won't.
Yeah, the thing is that the Detroit starting pitching has really come through here. That has been the story here with Detroit. Has been the starting pitcher. Although this is the one exception is Wentz. You're going to have to sweat up, but that's why it's 9. If they had one of their starters that have performed well, you're looking 7.5, maybe 8 in the game.
Right, and those are the matrix you have to look at when you're taking a total. I don't do too many totals anyway, but so when I do one, I kind of look at these starting pitchers are bad. That leans towards an over, but these bats are quiet, and that definitely leads towards an under. And so I think that a bad starting pitcher can have a better game against quiet bats than quiet bats starting to heat up against a bad pitcher. So it's just one of these things have to give. And I think that the bats stay quiet for Detroit as they've been all season. And the Reds won't, they'll take a small advantage of Dude. They'll probably put up 4 or 5 runs, but with Detroit not scoring 10 runs to beat us, it's just going to be way too much.
All right, here we go here. Tony Brown, Reds, Tigers under the total here of 9 runs. This one to have a start time here, 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown. Let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, on the board today, 15 games from Major League Baseball. As we do have some doubleheader games starting a little bit. Yankees will be back in action. This White Sox Royal game will be back in action. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, I got 3 big plays up in the MLB today. It's my Tuesday triple play. Those are my best 3 plays on the board. Those are the biggest bets we're making in pro baseball today. You can get them each for only $25, or you can grab all 3 of them for $35 and break the bookie 3 times over tonight.
That's right, guys. Got aboard with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. A premium Tuesday triple play is up on the board. And, of course, at the long-term passes. But, again, Tony Brown has out in Vegas. He's in it year-round. That VIP one-year all-sports pass. Tony Brown be in action all year with Tony Brown. Of course, you handicap all the major sports. The football, basketball's coming up, and even NHL, where you've been over the past. It seems every year we've done this for several years. Plus, big hockey producer.
Yeah, you can just call me the Hockey King now. That's what they call me out here. No one calls me that, but we have been some major unit producing money in hockey, and that's not going to stop. MLB, same thing. And just like Alex mentioned, it's like 50 games. I think you mentioned it. It's 50 games in the FBS in college on Saturday. So if you're a serious player, just betting the college games would cost you more than buying the year package. And the NFL, NBA is around the corner. We bet it all, and you can make money with me all year round with the VIP All Sports Pass. It's not a season pass or it's not a sports yearly pass. It's a 365 days of play pass. So that means the day you signed up all the way until the next year, 365 days. Every play I release, there's no upselling to that. You get the playoffs, you get the championship picks included, all for one low price.
That's right, guys. You got to go with Tony Brown. That one-year all sports pass covers all the games. Tony Brown handicaps, all the major sports. Pick us a promo code. You'll save that 15% off, which is almost $200 off that one-year pass. You could add multiple cappers here with the multiple cappers special, even greater value there. And these sports overlap. Tony Brown game 7 of the World Series is set for November 4th. And then come on Monday, November 6th, it's college basketball. So it's coming right. Everything's coming right at us.
It doesn't stop, and that's what I'm saying. You don't want to have to finish paying for the baseball pass, buy a World Series pick, then get the college pass. Get them all. If you're going to bet them all, get them all. And I'm the guy that's going to give it to you. 365 days of plays, and you can take a look for yourself. That's the greatest thing about our site. All of our stuff is transparent. You don't even have to believe me. Just go to the site. All the wins are up there. All the money's up there, and we're going to do this all year, so you should join.
Yeah, Tony, I know you've been a proponent of the Dodgers, Dodger fan. We always joke about it. But this year, you got to really be concerned here about that pitching, right? I mean, getting into the postseason, it's good. Kershaw is going to have to put a Hershiser type effort, I think, this postseason.
And that's what scares me. It's not the patchwork pitching we had to put together or the injuries or whatever like that. It's Kershaw. Like, just like we love him, our coaches, our managers love him, and sometimes we leave him in just a bit too long. Like, he is our go-to player. He's a sure shot Hall of Famer for sure. But if he gets in trouble, you got to pull him like you would pull anybody else. So, I mean, we expect Kirsch to have a great postseason. You know, he's the left-hander. He's the rock right now. But if he doesn't, I need the manager to step up, man, and put those other guys in on the bullpen, and that's how we're going to win the World Series. You can't fall in love and become fanboys of Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting postseason here for the Dodgers. Boy, who's after Kershaw? Boy, we're seeing Lance Lynn. Boy, there's a lot. Bobby Miller in there. Pepiot. I think Pepiot is probably the better of all the call-ups. He was one of the first that called up, but he had a shoulder injury, and we saw people forgot about Pepiot, but we saw him in his last outing really perform well. Maybe let's see if that can go, but it's going to be a real sweat for the Dodgers in the postseason. The way the pitching looks,
right.
The starting pitching looks.
It won't be easy. It won't be easy, but I'm seeing Dodgers Braves in that NLCS, and I think we got a surprise for them.
There you go.
Lance Lynn looks great. He looks like, you know what I mean, he's having a resurgence over here in LA.
Yep, he's going with that fastball. We'll see if that can continue. All right, Tony Brown, have a great night there in Vegas. We'll catch up with you in a couple days.
All right, I'll see you guys Thursday. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Tony Brown here on the Drive Thru. We'll continue on. Guys, if you ever miss a pick, you ever sign in late, we do a complete recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. All right, making his debut here on the Drive Thru. Let's bring in Kosty Mike Safir. We'll bring him in here, picked right here on the Drive Thru. Kosty, my man, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's having me. It's exciting finally to get on this specific show. I've heard such great things about it, so I'm finally excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, great to have you on. Before we get into the particulars here of the games today, why don't you give a little bit of background about yourself?
So particularly, I've met Mitch about 10 years ago, and he saw my trading background where a lot of the stuff that I do is just picking off numbers. I'm not particularly a handicapper, but we're just finding market inefficiencies by doing a lot of volume, and managed a lot of his accounts. He actually met me at Bet Bash this year in Vegas when he came out, and he saw a bunch of the nerds that hang out at Bet Bash, which is, they don't really watch sports. It's unique. So my background has always been financial and managing risk, and I've really taken it to the next level with the business side of it, with finding market inefficiencies, betting a lot of my football games already early in the week. Baseball, obviously, it's day to day, but with that head start for 7 days in advance, you could really find some really sharp lines early in the week when you could tell that it's sharp money moving it, not public money.
And the biggest challenge some winners have when you have great success and you figure everything out is how to find the books, find the book that will take your action. There's some processes involved. We've heard the stories of people reducing limits, but you know where to get those outs, where to get down.
Well, not even to know that, you know how to. There's a way to have wiggle room to not get limited. Obviously, if you're really interested in finding out how to do that, you could go to pickdogs.com and use the drop down under premium picks. You'll see sharp trading plays. There's not anything you can buy, but it's a consultation. I'm willing to spend time and explain it to every single client, because primarily when I came on, Mitch said, I love the fact that you educated me, and I want you to do the same to our community. So if you have a question of how to navigate these books and get more outs and knowing which books to use, that's where I could definitely help, on top of the fact that I could provide you with some sharp lines every single week and maximize your bankroll each and every week.
That's right. We're just following that market, get the best numbers, obviously. Of course, you have to have many books here. Definitely puts you in a great position. All right, Kosty Mike Safir here with us here. Mike, we'll take a look at this one today. Your game here, Cardinals, Orioles going head-to-head. We've seen this line, this total move here between 10.5 and 11. Orioles big favorite here in this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I gave this out to my clients earlier, I got it at 10.5. Because we're doing this as a live show 20 minutes before game time. It has moved to 11 at this point as the live line. I don't think it's going to matter. You have Means pitching, who hasn't pitched since April 13th. He only had 2 starts all year. He was actually our opening day pitcher. I'm an actual big Orioles fan myself. I'm sitting about 25 minutes from the stadium. So I played golf this morning. The ball was carrying, not saying that it matters, but I do taken effect, biometric pressure, when I like to take totals in baseball on top of the analytics that I run every single day. And right now, the word I heard, you're actually going to see a lot of the actual wind carrying out of the stadium a couple hours ago. So again, doesn't say that it's going to be a win. There's no such thing as locks, but everything's in the favor of being an over play. The Orioles have been really good to the over in the last 10 games. They're 8-1-1. St. Louis is 7-3 to the over in the last 10 games. Wainwright, who's pitching for St. Louis, has been atrocious all year. He's only had 3 wins with an ERA of 8. Again, I don't think Means is ready, and the Orioles just produce runs. They're 3 games up in the division. They can't take their gas off the pedal because Tampa Bay's right on their heels. And when you're hot, you ride the hot team, and usually the hot team scores a lot of runs. So in this case, I think it's going to be about 13 or 14 runs scored in the game. Listen, if my drive was going 295 yards and I'm usually driving the ball 270 yards, I'm hoping it translates to the Orioles over tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Mike here, Cardinals, Orioles, over 10.5, over 11 right now. 11 pretty much everywhere. When I'm looking here at my odds screen with of course, I can't put every book up here, but I'm seeing most of the major books showing that 11. Interesting here, with the Means coming in, he's going to be on a pitch count. He's not going deep. And here's the concern here for those that like the Orioles. This is the one thing that concerns me here. Look at the past 3 games for the starting pitching. The starters, 3 1/3 innings, then 4 1/3, then 4 1/3. You got to think that Means may not go 5. That means this Orioles bullpen is getting taxed pretty badly here.
They are, and they're giving up runs. Even though they're winning games late in the game. They're giving up a lot of runs early, but they've been really resilient all year, and it's shown with the amount of wins that they've had. And they're just producing, man. They get guys on base, and they're getting guys in running and scoring position, and they're getting them in. So I love the format for the over tonight. I'm usually not a big totals guy in baseball. I probably only did about 10 or 12 totals all year. Most of the time, I'm a dog better only in baseball. Never take favorites. Never found the reason to ever take a favorite in baseball, in my opinion, because you're never getting value on the favorite. So right. The dog value will always produce results. Even if you're 500 at the end of the year, you bet only dogs, you're going to be in the money.
Yeah, I thought one of the great dogs yesterday were the Padres and the Angels. I was on the Angels, a premium yesterday. I like that angle. I don't know if you believe in that angle where these, you get these West Coast teams out on the road, these long road trips, and they fly across country, no rest, and they got to go out back and play baseball.
So in baseball, I never really took it as a big factor. I know for football, that West Coast to East Coast travel 1 o'clock game is always a big factor because it's just you're getting that jet lag, and playing a football game, even in college football when they're traveling and they're playing that 12 o'clock start. In football, it's the same way. I put a lot of value on that. But in baseball, again, there's so many opportunities in baseball and so many different ways to peel the onion, as I call it, where everybody has a different style and everybody's good at what they do. And I've been actually following a lot of the pick dogs cappers for years now, and a lot of them are very, very good, man. It's very impressive. Exactly.
Okay, Kosty Mike here on Cardinals Orioles over 10.5 runs. Kosty Mike you're not going to get his plays over at the site, but you can get in touch with Kosty Mike. Let him know about your service at Pick Dogs.
Absolutely. So if you go right on the site, you click the drop down on premium picks. It's going to say sharp trading plays. You can watch the quick video to really understand that Mitch and myself recorded. It gives an explanation of what we do, but primarily we have a Telegram platform where we're giving the games in real time. But the advantage of what you get for me, specifically in football, is once the plays are posted, like I've already had 2 NFL games posted for this week, if your line is different, you have 24/7 support via Telegram to message me, and I tell you either to pass or play, because I get it. People are busy. They're with their families, they're working, and they miss games when I post them. If the line moves, you just got to pass on it. It's not an all-in just because the game is there. It's all about the price. So we're looking for value. We're looking for money. And at the end of the day, everybody just wants to make money. So if you follow the strategy and the money management that I lay forth seasonally, Mitch could tell you, and I'm sure he'll say it in many more videos that we do in the future, I've provided huge dividends for his big money accounts. And I'm just excited to bring it to the Pick Dogs community.
There you go, guys. So get in touch with Kosty, Mike. They got to hit the premium pick bar. We're going to get all these graphics put together here for the sharp trading plays. So hit the premium tab, you'll find it.
Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, Kosty, Mike. Also, we see some of your videos over on the channel as well, right?
Absolutely. Mitch and myself we're doing a brand new segment that's going to be every single Monday where we're going to go over the line movers for NFL Sunday. So you're going to see all the sharp line moves that we're seeing on the board every single Monday. We do the rundown on every single game. So for people that are interested of actually treating it like a business and getting better value on the bets that you make with NFL, definitely tune in Mondays. It's going to be not live, pre-recorded, and I'll constantly update it every single day with the updates of what I'm seeing on the board and what's really moving. So definitely tune in. It's a lot of exciting stuff with all the different sports starting in the next couple months. So definitely tune in.
Tune in, guys. Check out Kosty Mike Safir over here on the video series. And, of course, check him out on the Sharp Trading Plays over on the website. Just click the link. You'll see it there on the side. All right, Mike, have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thank you, Tony.
You got it. Kosty Mike Safir here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue on. Guys, anytime you miss a pick, we always recap it. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end. So if you ever sign in late, you'll be able to get the plays. Let's continue on here. Let's welcome in Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. Wayne's done some great work here. If you've seen him over his baseball here of late, he's been on a run here. We'll bring him in right now. We're going to bring in Wayne. But I got to also congratulate Wayne. We weren't able to talk to you this week, but you had a great call in FIBA basketball. Wayne has been delivering FIBA basketball picks here during the tournament. And the play you chose was the eventual winner, and that was Germany.
Yes, sir, man. If you just kept an eye on them in the qualifying rounds, man, that line did not make no sense. They're about the fifth best team in the pack. I see why Canada was plus 900 around then, and France was plus 700. USA minus 120, but if you really watch them qualifying rounds and just seeing the chemistry of Germany, that plus 2,500, man, just put your 25, $50 on there and listen, man, it was worth the shot. And like Tony said, it happened to pay off. I can't win them all, but I'm happy to win ones like those, definitely.
Plus 2,500, play from Wayne. Germany to win the FIBA World Cup. They hoisted the cup. They win it. Fantastic results here. The plays from Wayne have been awesome. I even tossed in Canada with the 7 against USA in that bronze medal game, and it came through again. Because the U.S. looks at it as a consolation game, whereas some other teams may look at it as a bigger prize. You know.
Yeah, man. There was definitely some good money to be made in this FIBA Cup, man. If you was keeping up with it, it was a good way to take advantage of them lines. A lot of plus money wins out there. I definitely couldn't call them all, but at Canada, that was another good one, Tony. So I'm glad you hopped up on that one.
Oh yeah, that looked really, really good right there. I wish I would have went money line because again, bronze medal is not going to get the USA motivated in a spot like this when they're prohibited favorites. It's a disappointing game, whereas Canada looks at it as, hey, let's beat Team USA. That was a little bit more motivating factor there for Canada, right. And it comes down to again defense. And when you get to the knockout stages, like we said, you're starting to see a lot more NBA players on some of these opposing teams in international competition.
Yeah, man, they're definitely you can see it in the NBA, man. International players, they're definitely closing that gap, man. I don't know if you've seen any of the tweets or Instagrams from LeBron and them guys talking about they don't like how they lost. So I'm glad those top players who we wish would have played this year are trying to get some revenge next year. So I hope they do end up playing, man.
Help with the rebounding, because you're going to have to defend the three-point line and make threes. It's, as we said, the three-point line. Germany shot the ball well from threes. The rebounding issues, but it's very easy to say this when you've had about 4 months vacation. What is your opinion going to be like when you go through the chore of an entire NBA season, right? What's your mindset in June?
No, true. Hey.
All right, here we go. Interesting battle here. Rays and Twins going head-to-head with the Twins favorite. Minus 121. We see the total of 8.
Yes, sir. We have Minnesota here as a favorite. They're 75-69. First in the AL Central, but we know that conference has not been too well. Rays 89-56 with a win tonight. They'll enter the 90-win category. Rays have been hot, 7-3 in their last 10. Minnesota hasn't been too bad, 6-4 in their last 10. Rays 39-31 on the road. Minnesota 42-31 on the road. Now hear me out. I normally like to take Minnesota at home because they play their better ball at home, but it's not when they're going against the elite teams. They beat the teams they're supposed to beat, but the teams that are better than them, they still struggle because to me they don't have the batting lineup or a complete enough team to win games like these. As I mentioned, they're 42-31 at home, but they're only 5-5 in their last 10. They haven't been winning quite as often. Meanwhile, Rays wasn't the strongest on the road, as I mentioned, 39-31 on the road, but 7-3 in their last 10. So they're heating up on the road and at home, getting ready for this playoff style baseball. Also, Rays after a win, which they got the 7-4 win yesterday. Even after giving up 4 runs from Glasnow, a little late. He played a little later in the game, but he ended up giving up 4 runs. Only 2 from Gray. Bullpen came in early and kind of cost him the game. But regardless, Rays 54-34 winning, 61% after a win, and the Twins 35-33 after a loss, only winning a little over 50% of the time. If you like Minnesota Twins here as a home favorite, I believe you're betting them because they're at home, and you believe they have the better pitcher in Joe Ryan, but not so fast. Joe Ryan's only 1-4 in his last 5, and although he does have good numbers, he's not getting the win because these guys are not batting consistently enough. Both of these pitchers are averaging 3 runs in their last 5 games, but Joe Ryan has given up 6 walks to Zach Littell's. Joe Ryan has given up, 6 walks to Zach Littell's 3 walks, and Joe Ryan has also gave up 8 home runs to Zach Littell's 6 home runs. So that bodes way better for me for the Rays. I also like to back Littell on the road as he has played better on the road all season. He's got me some pretty good underdog wins as such tonight. When we talk about the bats, Rays have the hotter bats on the season and the hotter bats in the last 5. Twins only batting 200 against righties. Rays batting 250 against righty. Bullpen, that's where we have the biggest advantage when it comes to the Rays. Definitely when it comes to the last 10. Rays bullpen, a 1.4 ERA, and the Twins bullpen 4.4 ERA. We're getting a better team, although on the road as plus money. It's hard for me to turn down the Rays here. I'm gonna ride with the Rays.
All right, Wayne here on the Rays plus 111. You hit it right there. We've been looking for this elite bullpen for the Rays to show up, and it took a few months, but we've getting these elite numbers now from that bullpen.
Yes, sir, man. It's been a pleasure to see. When the Rays get up, that they're going to stay up, and even if they don't get up, you know that they have the bats to come back, and you don't got to worry about their bullpen exploding and giving up too many runs. So it's a safer feeling when you're betting with a team like the Rays. Definitely when their bullpen's playing the way they've been playing recently.
Also, Twins, I think their offense a little inconsistent. Twins against right-handed starters this season, minus 12 units. Rain here on the Rays, plus 111 against the Twins. This one to have a start time here, 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge right now. Wayne has been on fire here in Major League Baseball. 1,449 units of profit for Major League Baseball for this year. All sports combined, nearly 1,100 units of profit. So Wayne's doing great work here. We got 15 games on the board in Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
I had my 3-package started at $640, so you cannot get that. But I do have my play today still up. It is out there individually. That starts at $705. So if you want to get my best bet, the one I'm putting the most money on for today, you can go over there at pickdogs.com, hit that premium tab, and get right with me. Also, I'll be a little bit under 500 after this week when it comes to football. So it's not the best looking card for me off the gate. So I'm definitely focusing on quality, not quantity, and I'll be having some bets out there soon for that. So long term is always the way to go to get these football bets. As soon as I release them, and you can pair me up with one of these top handicappers you see on the show. Let's get money, man.
That's right, guys. Go board with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dog Trading. Great results here. 1,449 units of profit from baseball. Get on board with Wayne for this place tonight, or go long term. Here we are on a Tuesday, the 7-day pass, very popular. Get all of Wayne's premium plays for 7 days. Includes all his baseball, all the football for 7. Remember, that'll cover Monday Night Football as well. The entire week 2 card from NFL, week 3 college football, and all the baseballs. We're now in the stretch run, Major League Baseball playoffs not too far behind. All right, Wayne, as always, great having the show. Continue that success. I know we're getting closer now to your video series. You'll be covering boxing.
Yes, sir. I was going to speak on that, so I'm glad you brought it up, man. I started the recording phase, so hopefully I'll get this something to Mitch soon. Just want to make sure the format's right, and I'm giving you guys great quality as these guys do every day with all the videos that they drop. So don't want to come on here lacking. I definitely will have something put up there soon, though.
All right, looking forward to Wayne's video series from the Sweet Science of Boxing. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when Wayne's video series from boxing drops, you get it right away to get the best numbers. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
As always, Tony, appreciate you for having me. Good luck on your bets out there, Pick Dog family.
You as well. Wayne Scott here on the Drive Thru. Guys, you missed a pick. We recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Looks like the Cardinals pushed one across, up 1-0, top of the first. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. Up next, let's bring him in. Rod Zawacky, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Rod in right now. Very good to us with that underdog winner yesterday with the Padres coming through here, extra innings with that comeback on those Dodgers. Dodgers showing their issues there on the mound. We'll bring him in right now. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, definitely. As you said, we've seen a nice comeback win by the Padres. I thought they were going to choke it up and lose it for us. But hey, they came back, and it shows that that Dodgers bullpen still. They turned it on and got into some nice wins in August, but we're getting into September, October, and we're getting into the nitty-gritty. We'll see how that bullpen holds up.
It's been overused.
Coming into the playoffs. Yeah, it has been. In August, setting that record, winning 24 games in August, definitely the bullpen got used. But they did turn it around. Their bullpen was bad, got a little better. We'll see how much maybe they're resting some guys in that bullpen, giving them a little bit lighter work, but they definitely got work yesterday.
Yeah, it did here. And of course, we said the Padres they're in for a run of 16 of 18. And we thought that might have been the start. We'll see if it continues here. Dodgers and Padres going head to head. Dodgers $1.60, total of 9.
Yeah, and hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I think I'm just going to go right back to these Padres here, and for these reasons here, you look. I think the better starter pitcher on the mound, Wacha, has been great this season. 11-3, sub 3 ERA this year. In night games, he's even better. 8-2 with a 3.12 ERA over his last 3-0, 3.65 ERA. And you know what? You look at Lance Lynn. He was having a nice little run there, but he's got roughed up his last 2 starts. He's given up 15 runs over his last 2 starts, over 8.3 innings of work. He's given up 6 home runs, 15 runs. Tough spot here coming against these Padres bats that I think are strong enough. I think they're going to get to Lynn early in this one and get themselves a nice lead. When it comes to the bullpens, these bullpens, we've seen the Dodgers implode. Padres have done it as well, but evenly, I think it's about a coin flip there. Offenses, you look over the last 10 games versus right-handed pitching, Padres hitting 268, which equates to about 6.5 runs per 9. Dodgers hitting 278. Which equates to 6.9 runs over 9. This is a close game. This is should be more of a coin flip price than what we're getting here. So all the values here on the Padres to win the first 2 games of this series. I know the Dodgers have that record of losing one and then bouncing right back, but I think the Padres can get another win for us here in this one.
All right, Rod says go Padres in this one. Of course, the issue here we've talked about here with Lynn. It's a fact is that he has trouble. He throws those fastballs. You got a fastball hitting team, a home run hitting team, and Lynn over the past 2 starts has been lit up, man. 15 earned runs in 9 innings. The bullpen's been taxed. And my biggest fear in this game for those that are supporting the Dodgers is the fact is that if Lynn gets in trouble because his bullpen has been so much taxed, he's going to be pretty much a sacrificial lamb up there. He could just give up an ugly 8, an ugly 9, and we've seen pitchers give up 10 earned runs in a game before.
Oh, exactly. That they just don't have the guys. That you're going to have to work through it, and it could be 8-0 before we know it, and he's still in the 3rd inning trying to struggle through it. Because they just don't have the bodies on the bullpen to be throwing him out there in the 2nd inning. If he gets rocked and gives up a snowman in the first couple innings, like you said, this could get ugly quick. Yeah. And I like the Padres, so.
Yeah, and Wacha has put together a good season. Remember, Wacha had the issue with the Rays, or kind of used him as an opener. He didn't put in a lot of work. He was used heavily in his Cardinals days as a rookie. They worked him like a veteran when he came up. Remember, they had all that success in the World Series when Walker came up. He was really pretty much used quite a bit in his early in his career. Then he went to the Rays. He was not used a whole lot in that opener role, but into the Padres now. The last couple of years, he's getting to go. He's pretty much back in his role of just pretty much a starting pitcher, not some sort of opener or an innings guy.
Exactly right. They moved into the Rays, and the Rays bounced them around all over. And I even think Chris Ruffalo had a joke about Pac-Man. And here comes Waka, 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 Waka. It smells like the Pac-Man guy giving up runs. Was Waka? I totally remember that. He struggled with the Rays, and now in the season with the Padres, he's definitely turned things around. And, I like him here to hold the Dodgers down in this one.
Yeah, look at the Padres. Like we said, maybe one of these teams you could keep an eye on here because gaining some momentum here. Of course, the division's not doing well. The Rockies have been down. The Giants have had their struggles. So maybe this is a chance here where we joked about it. They could go on that 16 of 18, right?
And if you keep giving me this price, I might be riding right all the way with them with the 16 of 18. I'll definitely take 16 of 18 with the Padres at this price.
Yeah, that's we were kind of talking about that, kind of joking about, but it could be a reality because you're facing the Dodgers at the right time because they're hurting right now in the pitching department. So right here,
bullpen's starting to slump like when we seen it where they were the bullpen was giving up 7-8 runs. Trying to beat teams, outscoring them were the Dodgers. In the middle part of the season, that bullpen struggled, and it's looking like it's starting to rear its head here for them.
Yeah, it's definitely showing up here as we speak. It's been kind of a as we talked about it's like last night's game. You had to see Hader up there. Of course, they got a big hit. People thought it was going to be a long shot, but it was just kind of a little blooper. It was funny.
And a little blooper, yeah, right. The little blooper. It was. Good game last night. It was a good game. Definitely made me sweat, and I'm hoping the same thing. I think we have a less sweat tonight than we did last night.
I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be a situation here where it's just kind of like Lynn on the mound.
This could be 2 touchdowns. I think the Padres could be up for scoring some touchdowns tonight if they leave Lynn in too long. Yeah, I would almost now that I would almost take a little sprinkle on the other side. Take the alternate line, the -1.5. You'd probably get like a +3 here. Or close to that.
Because usually when Lynn is bad, he's really bad. I mean, it's not. He's really bad. He's really bad, right? It's not where you're going to be. Oh, okay, he came out, gave up 2 runs in 6 innings. No, when he's bad, he's giving up 8 runs, 6 runs. 6
home runs, 15 runs.
He's getting pounded when he's really bad, right?
Yep. And we know he loves to walk, so he'll walk some guys. He'll give you a little bloop, and then next you know, there's the blast, and it's 3-0. And then he'll do it again. All of a sudden, he'll walk a guy, and he'll walk 2 guys, and then there's the blast. It's 6-0. I think I like the over again as well. By the way, what's the over at 9? Yeah, I like the over again.
Yeah, over there with 9 because Dodgers may get their offense going. All right, Rod. We looked at the Wednesday game. Let's go to the Friday games here with peripherals here. WNBA. We got on ESPN2 Mystics and Liberty here in Game 1 situation. It's going to be a big line here. Liberty 9.5, total 163.
And you know what? I like the Mystics plus the points there versus the Liberty. Like I said, at the end of the season, that last season game, the Mystics would have made the playoffs. They didn't need to beat the Liberty to face the Liberty. If they would have let the Liberty win, Liberty gets the first round spot, and then they would have faced the Aces. So the Mystics figure that if they whoop the Liberty, they can whoop them again. And you know what? History has shown that the Mystics do battle the Liberty tough. And you're going to give me 9.5 points here in this playoff game, in a game that the Mystics just beat the Liberty outright. Then they wanted to win and played everything and gave everything into it. Give me the Mystics plus the 9.5 here.
Mystics plus the 9.5. The nightcap here. This is the 15th here. Just give it a little. We'll give you the peripherals here. Dream and Wings going head to head here with the Wings favored 7 here. The total sits at 169.5.
Yeah, and I like the Wings here. No doubt about it. We just seen this team to end off the season. Wings won by 15-16 in that one, I believe. They've won at home solidly. Won by 7 over the Dream and won by 11 this year already over the Dream. This Wings team at home, I'll take it. I think they win by 10 plus.
There you go, 10 plus. People were asking about Rod's early CFL leans. Rod gave them out yesterday on the show.
Early ones, yep.
Yep, he looked at it. We got all 4 there, so check that out. right, so Rod here, just to get you here caught up on the baseball pick. It's Padres plus 138 here against the Dodgers. 142. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers. This one, 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at pick.com for a nice action. Baseball on the board tonight. I think we've got about 10 games left on the board here. We got those 6:40 games started, but remember, we're getting game 2 of White Sox Royals, game 2 Yankees and Boston. So a 17-game card here for tonight. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over Pick Dogs Premium, I've got 4 plays going tonight. I've got an MLB bird cage going. 3 plays I absolutely love over there. You can scoop those up. And my biggest bet play that I've got the most money on tonight is my 10-star play of the day. That's hitting at 57%, 57 out of the last 100 we've hit, and rolling right along with it. And love that play. It's available singly over at Pick Dogs Premium, or as before me have said, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day, join me for the rest of this week, or join me for the rest of this month. I think by the end of the month we'll have see some hockey plays rolling in there preseason as well. So join me. It's time of season where we got lots of action, lots of bets in, and lots of opportunity to make some money and beat your bookie. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases over at Pick Dogs Premium. And hey, if you got more than one handicapper here, don't forget about that 2-for-1 handicapper deal. It's also 3, 4, even 5 handicapper for one. Head on over to Pick Dogs Premium. Check it out. Click on that Premium Tickets tab and just scroll down and you'll see it. All the options there for you to join the Pick Dogs fam, and let's continue to make some money.
That's right, guys. Got aboard the Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again on tomorrow's show.
Definitely have yourself a good night, and hey, also go check out the Jays NFL Jam session that me, Mike, and David Racy shot today. We went over some early NFL lines and even gave out a couple plays that we all liked. So definitely, that's archived. Go check it out. We shot that earlier today, so definitely check that out.
That's right, guys. Check it out right here on the channel. Like and subscribe. Set notifications. So when these NFL Live shows are dropped, you get them right away. And go check out Rod on NFL Live show tonight over in the archives. All right, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, you as well, Tony. Good luck with your bets. Catch you tomorrow night.
Got it. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Guys, you missed a pick. We'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We'll get to my play, and then we'll get to the recap here in a second. We're going Athletics and Astros going head-to-head tonight. And in this one, we're going to go under 8.5 here with Oakland and the Houston Astros head-to-head here in this one. In the pitching matchup, let's just make sure we have had no change here, because that's embarrassing, right? If you ever get a last-minute change here on these pitches. But anyway, J.P. Sears expected starter, and I just want to confirm that it is Sears. Yeah, Sears and Verlander. Okay, Sears to get the start. ERA 4.51, WHIP of 1.23. That's been respectable. That's been improving since these pitchers have had their struggles, no doubt, to start the season. 22% strikeout rate. Verlander 23 starts, ERA 3.33. 2.3, the WHIP low at 1.16, and the K rate 21%. Now Verlander's allowed 1 earned run or fewer in 3 of 4 starts. Verlander 19-6 to the under, facing American League teams averaging 4.4 runs per game or fewer. Oakland only hit 206 in divisional games. We bring that up because you play these division teams quite a bit. You know them better than anyone else, and they've had their biggest struggles here hitting the baseball against the division. Verlander a WHIP of 1.03 at home. We're going under 8.5 here with Oakland and the Houston Astros. Of course, this one will have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. Got 4 premium plays on the board right now for a best bet from baseball, three pack as well. So you can get on board with me over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, you can also get on board with my long-term pass. I have a 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time to select. When you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's recap the plays from today's show. Alex with the Blue Jays, Rangers under 8. Tony Brown, Reds, Tigers under 9. Mike likes Cardinals, Orioles over. That's going to be now 11. Wayne here on the Rays plus 111 against the Twins. Rod says Padres plus 138 against the Dodgers. I'll beat Athletics, Astros under 8.5. Play I like the most, you couldn't tell? It was the Padres here at plus 138 here against the Dodgers. All right, that's going to do it here for the drive-thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in here again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers here from Pink Dog Sports Chat Place. They'll have their plays for you here in real time. Remember, it always gets started every single day here at 10:30 a.m. each time with the morning show. Mitch, Chris, and Jay. And of course, remember, we've got Mitch's video series, The Bidding Tools. He also has his 7 picks in 5 minutes. His roundtable with the professionals. Of course, Sharp Trading Plays video series with Mitch and with Kosty Mike Safir. Also, we have Ron Romanelli with his rundown Major League Baseball, college football, NFL rundown, and NFL live show with Jay. And of course, so many video series. Mike Davis with his live show Monday, Wednesday, Friday. His first 5 as well. Of course, Chris with his home run prop videos. There's so much content. Mills, UFC rundown, his prop plays for you as well. Boy, there's so much content. Even Brad with his parlay videos. Lots and lots and lots of content up here, guys. Like everyone's contributions in the show today. It's Morber is in here in the chat room today. OC Dreamweaver in there as well. Mario Lalali as well. Nick Beats Vegas. Nicholas Handy in the chat room today. And shout out to everyone there. Blake as well. Shout out there. C. James, good to see you in the chat room. John Stewart likes the sacrificial lamb angle up there. And of course, we've got Ty Clinton in there as well. So appreciate everyone's contributions today here in the chat. Raven Ron as well. I hope we got everybody there. Darren Turner in there as well. Likes Red Sox Moneyline Game 2 from Darren Turner there in the chat. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. Anyway, goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening.